All right, I am back, Aroni. If that makes any sense whatsoever. Let's make sure that I can see the chat over here on this screen. All right, sounds awesome. We're gonna continue with the Master Grade Extreme Strike Freedom build. We were working on it earlier today, and I promised that I would be back at after I was done eating because I was hungry. So yeah, we're gonna go on and continue the build. Not much to say. I just went, got a burger. It was so good, but it's time to the grind of building this kit. By the way, if you guys are more than willing, then you guys can join in on. Give me a second here. I gotta fix some stuff here. Nice. Actually, just making sure everything's working. Nice. Okay. Anyway, we're back. And earlier today we were able to finish the chest, the head, the shoulders, and the arm frames. And we left off in the waist. So this is what we have so far. It's looking pretty nifty, if I do say so myself. So yeah, we're gonna keep on going. Here we go. Yeah, okay, so let me actually just put the hands away. I don't know where I put the rest of them. Peg should be there. I should have some other hands here. Oh, they're over here. Oh, they're stuck. There we go. I'm enjoying this build way too much. I was very excited to come back home and start building. So let's keep going. Let's keep this going. Let's keep the momentum. Let's see how far we can get. I'll probably stream for another 2 hours, 3 hours right now. And we'll get done whatever we can. So, oh, this is the A runner. What am I looking at? Looking for G. All right, G5. This is a double thing? No, it's just one. Okay. So I have a, okay, G5. G5 and G4. Should probably post this on like actually, you know what, I will post this real quick. Give me a second, guys. You guys are here. Let's go to Gunpla, Ontario. All right, so make sure everything's working fine. All right, so everything seems to be working well. Let's post this on the Gunpla network, see if we can get some newcomers in here. All right, there we go. The word is out. So I actually did a little bit of asking, see if anybody wants to come in and hang out. To me, that's fine. All right, let's see, where did we leave off? So G4, looking for the A runner. It's a good thing that I had it in my hands. Hope the music is loud enough for people to enjoy. A18. Ooh, it's right here. Okay. Right, this is the waist. That's why it looks a little weird. So we have those there. Then we have G6. Okay. G6. And G4 and G5. Can't get over how beautiful this kit is when it comes to the gold that it has. Does an amazing job. And the quality of a plastic center. So let's see here. Okay, and then G6. All right, so I clean these off here. A lot of undergating, which is not a bad thing. I like that a lot. Avoid any nub marks. All right, let's see. Let's clean these out though before I do anything else. So this kit's gonna end up looking. I am so excited to see what we can come up with during the build. All right, sounds good. There we go. All right, so G5. It's this one. Is it this one? I think it is. G4, there we go. A18. What are these? Oh, okay, I was wrong. You gotta be careful. I gotta read carefully. Make sure everything's actually working. Ugh. Okay. There we go. Nice. Okay, now I see what we're doing here. This makes sense. Okay. And then G6. G6 here. Yep, G6 is here. Okay. Okay. How does this even work? Ah, okay. Alright, so let's put this one in first. Just like the book tells us to. It's always good to follow instructions. Okay. It's funny, whenever somebody new or a friend of mine who doesn't normally build Gundam sees them up on the shelf, they normally say something like, "Oh wow, those look very difficult to build." And it's like, well, not really. It's a pretty easy process. You just gotta follow the instructions. I mean, I say that, and sometimes I don't follow the instructions, end up committing a mistake. It just goes to show that when teachers in the past used to tell us, "Hey, you know, read the instructions and the tests properly." It's like, hey, that's something that should have been doing. 100%. F117. All right. F117 and F116. All right. right, let's see this here. Okay. I changed the music up a little bit. Try to. I've always used the lo-fi one. It's time to use a different playlist from Stream Beats. See what other music we can find. All right, so this is so far what we have. The joint. Actually, I should have moved it up. I don't even know how to actually center this. Is this good where it's at? I think it is. I think it should be fine. Okay, so put that to the side. We'll go C. So for C here, I think C is gonna be, if I'm not mistaken, it's the bronze. C15. And these metallic colors on these runners, they did a great job. They did not do a bad job on these whatsoever. Can't expect any less from them, especially for a kit this price. It needs to be good. It has to feel like quality, premium. I think Old School said it the best earlier. You gotta make sure that it's premium, especially giving us water decals, which is a huge surprise, in my opinion. Okay. Okay. Let's get these parts done before I mistake any of them. Okay. So okay, good. There. There we go. Good stuff. A17. Okay. Oh. Okay. So this is, I'll follow the pictures carefully, make sure everything. Okay, there we go. Oh, these are a little weird. Ah, okay, I see now. Have a little groove. Okay, and then there we go. And this here goes in like this. Nice. F17. F17. Huh. Okay. F17, B9. Okay. Nice gold. Okay, I'm gonna have to put this like this now. Okay. Nice. Yo, Shane, what's up, man? I am back at it. I told you I'd be back. That way you get to see the waist. So I am back. Went, got some food, got myself fed. And now it's, like I said earlier, back to the grind. So I'm just trying to get as much as I can done, because I truly am excited for this kit being done. Like, I really want it to be done. And not in a bad way, just because I really want to see what it's gonna, you know, what the finished product looks like in person. I've seen pictures and whatever, but that's basically what I want. It's an exciting time when you're finishing a kit and you're just about to, you can feel the fact that it's almost done and kind of see the shape. It's all taking form. So that's what I'm doing right now, finishing this guy up. Oh, which, by the way, I have not built any other strike kits. This is my first strike kit. That isn't a high grade. Master grade wise, I haven't built one. Originally, I was gonna get the Strike Freedom 2.0 or whatever, but I decided I forgot exactly what happened. I think it's when this was announced that I was originally gonna get one of those kits, and then I just decided not to because this kit was gonna come out. So I was really kind of just waiting for it to pop up on my radar, and it's here now. So that's where I'm at the moment. But I know that one of our members, if not two of them, have strikes that we can compare it to. But I can tell you right now, I'm having a ton of fun building this thing. I mean, you know, you've been here since I was building it earlier, but yeah. I've heard the 2.0 is like a beautiful kit though. I still might get it, honestly, and I might just to have a different one that I can actually paint and do something with that isn't just, you know, finishing it up. Because there's no way I'm going to paint this one. Like, there's no way I'm going to touch it with anything. And this is one of those kits, like I mentioned earlier, that you get and you keep in this. I mean, I'm sure there are people out there who are going to do things to it. Give it more detail, do so and so. But to me, at this price range, when you buy something like this specifically for the top coating, like I mentioned earlier, then it's more important to make sure that it stays in the way that it was meant to. Because I mean, the same argument could be made for like a PG, but I don't know. I think it's a different situation. Sorry, I forgot to do that earlier. Ooh, it's so scary. I have a 2.0 in the backlog with the metal parts to go into it. I'm going to paint it probably next month. Yo, do you have a scheme in mind that you're gonna paint it? You have something already, like maybe an idea? Getting a color scheme is always fun, but can be pretty frustrating, especially because I mean, finding the nice like scheme is it's a difficult thing. It's a difficult thing. But no, but I should definitely get the 2.0. Like I said before, I didn't like these kits. I didn't like the strike in general. If anything, the only thing I liked were the strays, which I think that's what they're based on. The strike, and it wasn't until just OG colors but darker. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Then hey, recoloring something with the same colors that it came with is always good. You already have a color scheme play around with the shades. But yeah, anyways, I was saying, I don't know if you know who Joshua Dara is. He is one of those amazing builders in this world. And when I interviewed him 2 years ago, he and I saw his strike. I don't know if you've ever seen Joshua Dara's strike. If you haven't, you should. It's out of this world. That's when I started to really kind of look into liking these things, and so I gave it more of a shot down the line. And I also read his book, his ebook that he has for his customization, and I saw what he did to like the feet and stuff, and I fell in love. Look up Joshua Dara Strike Freedom on Google, and it'll come up. Like, it'll immediately come up. He also has the Joshua Dara Sinanju. It's like, if you haven't seen those, trust me, you're gonna, when you see him, I'm almost sure you're gonna say, holy God, these things are incredible. Because they really are. He's an amazing modeler. A16 and C17. Yeah, definitely go take a look. If I had like the stream set up for me to look things up, then I'd look it up for you and show it to you on stream, but I don't. Or else I would. And when you do look it up, I want to know what you think. I don't know what you think of that kit. Thankfully, and actually, fortunately, because of this hobby, I've been able to talk to a lot of great builders, interview them back when GTS was mainly just interviews. And yeah, there's some amazing people out there with the skill that they have, a lot of them. And Joshua is just one of those guys, natural. I put him up there with Ryan Lau, and Ryan Lau on Instagram is Gunplay Enthusiast. He's my favorite. He's like he's my hero when it comes to this stuff. I think I've ever, him and Joshua are just like up there. So, but now that I think about it, Shane, how long have you been on? How long have you been part of the hobby? You just started up pretty recently, or something that you've done in the past for a while now, or? We all have our origin story. Oh, keep that there. So if I'm not talking too much, I'm just trying to focus so I can get this guy done at a good time. This is so far what we have. Man, the different colors of, different metallic colors on this thing are just, there's something else, man. And I've said it so many times, but like I said, I haven't been excited for a kit like this for a kit in so long, and finally being able to build this one is I am very fortunate. I am very fortunate to be able to build it at this time. All right, so where is this? I see. Okay, and then this would go here. Well, that's nifty. That's a new way of doing things. It's not just... Alright, that looks actually pretty nice. Now it's about 7, 8. I first started watching Gundam Wing, got my first kit at 12, built all kinds of models in Lego, Meccano, Kinects, through my childhood and teenage years. A lot of people in like I think I mentioned before, a lot of people in the Western side of things, where we're at, start off because of Gundam Wing. It was like their introduction to this hobby and into the world of Gundam in general. So mad props to Bandai on that. I think actually in the Western world, the most popular suit is the Wing Zero. Fell off the hobby when I was about 15. When did you pick it back up? Got back into it at the start of COVID out of sheer boredom. That is something that I have heard countless times. The amount of people that started this back up, or just started in general, during those times, are a lot of people. Like, it's a lot. I mean, I was very lucky in a sense to begin the hobby right when COVID began. It gave me something to do at home, and I started GTS back in March of 2020. So there was a lot. There was a lot to do, and kept me busy. Wow, 115 kits. Well, let me ask you this: what is your favorite kit so far? Give me your favorite kit, and then give me your 2 runner-ups. I would love to hear your opinion on that. MGEX is your favorite, huh? Okay. So there are no 2 runner-ups, that's it? Like, is this the PGX and that's it? Another kit that you would think that could be up there? I haven't built the PGX yet. It's one of those kits that I also want. I've always heard good things about the PGX. I think the PGX was the best PG by a long margin, according to a lot of people, up until the PG Unleashed. One sec, I gotta look. Okay. I'll be here. Take a look and let me know. By the way, Shane, I don't know if you're part of the Discord community, but I am currently on the Discord server. If anybody who's watching actually wants to and is part of the Discord, you guys can log on to Discord right now, and I am on the chat, like on the voice chat. So if you guys want to converse or whatever, I'd be more than happy to oblige. MG Barbatos is my second. Okay, respect. I respect that. I respect that a lot. For obvious reasons. Okay, and then what's your third? Actually, let me let someone know that I'm on the chat. And the RG Sasabi. Ooh, that's a good one. That is a very, very good one. Or the RG New, both tied at 3rd. Hey, those are good ties right there. Those suits were meant to be together for eternity. So it's only destiny that they would share the same spot on somebody's list. In this case, yours. Yeah, I can't argue with those, man. I've never built a PGX yet. Like I said, I really want that one too. But man, you know, getting back into the hobby right now after I've been gone for a bit has reminded me about so many kits that I want to build as well. The RG line is just filled with so many good kits ever since the. I mean, I would argue that the Mark, I think 2 or whatever it's called, back in the day it was one of those, and then you had the RG. You had the RG Unicorn come out in 2018, and then the Saucy in 2019, and then the new in 2020. In 2021, you had the Zong. In 2022, you had the... No, am I lying? I think I may have them wrong. RG Zong came out in 2020. 2019... No, 2020 was the new. 2019 was the new. 2018 was the Saucy. 2017 was the Unicorn, if I'm not mistaken. And the point is that real grades have really just kind of gone woo when it comes to advanced and how good they've become in the past couple of years. Ever since those took the spot. PGX is coming back here around March, according to the shop owners I've been talking to. I want to get another one. Where do you? Well, you don't have to tell me exactly where you live because that's weird. In the sense that this is the internet. But like, what state or like where are you located? Any stickers that I need to put on? No, not yet. All right. Then we have B12. B12. I'm in Ontario, unfortunately. Hey, there's nothing wrong with Ontario. You have some great shops over there. Some of our amazing sponsors are over there. 2 of them, actually. GundamHanger.com and Argama Hobby. And they are great stores online to get things. And I can vouch for their prices. Like, I'm not just because they're my sponsors. Like, they actually have good prices. And I say that because I know people here in Calgary who, well, not people, just like a shop that literally tries to rob your money. But anyway, whatever. The point is that you have some good ass playlists over there. Oh, I know you're in Kingston, but what I mean is like I'm pretty sure that shipping from Argama Hobby to in that area is cheaper than like having things shipped over here and stuff. Like, anyway, the point is, they're awesome. They're awesome. They're awesome. I haven't done anything with them in a little bit. Well, actually, I have, but not really because I was gone for a bit. I have to reach out to them again and talk to them about any plans that they might have. I want to go to Toronto so we can so I can visit those stores and do a whole like. It's called then we can kind of just chill and record a let's visit this store, you know? Shipping is never an issue. Yeah, I don't think it's an issue over there. And not to over here. Actually, their shipping to Calgary over here in Alberta is not bad at all. And again, it's not because they're my sponsors. Like, even if they weren't, like, they are some of the finest stores I have visited when it comes to Canada. Online, like I really, really, really respect them. Oh, for sure. Oh, I don't know if you knew, but Argama actually put up a pre-order for Gaia Notes. So if you are using Gaia Notes and want more Gaia Notes, he is about to restock. So definitely head on over and pre-order. I actually got my my airbrushes and my compressor from Argama. He had it shipped to me. It wasn't sponsored. I paid for it. So. And Jason from Gun Hanger is one of my guys. Oh, dude, Jason is awesome, dude. I love Jason so much. He's my guy. When it comes to P Bandai stuff, he's my guy. He's our sponsor, so that's awesome. In fact, the Sasabi bust was sent over to us by him. He sponsored that review. Awesome guy. Awesome guy. Then I met Argama Hobby through him, and we just kind of did this whole thing together, and it was awesome. But I'm glad that you know them. I'm glad that you shop there. It's always nice to know that other people have met the same amazing people that I have. He gets all the interesting stuff in, like the Gen X, Dragon, and Strange. Yes, he does. It's not even just P Bandai. Like, if you want something that's a little, I don't want to say obscure, but it just might be a little tougher to get, he's your contact. Like, I know there are people out there who also do that stuff, but Jason is just super trustworthy. Alright, so normally I feel like I would have finished this a lot sooner, but what's going on right now is like the undergating is taking a bit, and I'm not complaining about the undergating. What I'm saying is like it's taking a while. It's nicely undergated, so you know that you won't have to worry about nub marks. But after a certain point, you're like, hey, why is there so many undergating? You want to clean them, you want to make sure everything's good and clean, so it's just the way things work, I guess, with undergating. Alright, more stickers. And I just put this away. Oh, this is a different sticker. Okay. Alright. Where does this go? Ah, okay. Sorry guys, just you guys know how this is. When it comes to these stickers, I have to focus. These metallic stickers can be a pain in the ass. Not because they're, I don't know. I don't want to say they're difficult, but I guess they're tricky to put on sometimes. They're not on water, like they'll stick, and then the residues, I mean, it doesn't have residue. I don't know how to explain it. It's just a little tough sometimes. And since they're tiny, you don't want to squish them and you don't want to scratch them up. You have to be very, very careful. So that's what I'm trying to do here. I'm trying to be very, very careful. Pull it down with my nail and then put it down like that. There we go. And then these. Ooh, fancy. That's it? That's how far it goes? No, there's no way. There it is, okay. Ooh, beautiful. Well, Shane, I think we finally got to one of the things you wanted to see, which is finishing up the waist. C20. You could tell oh, sorry, I thought you had written something. Thanks for joining in though, Shane. And anybody watching, thank you guys. If you guys want to type in the chat, that'd be awesome. Gives me something to talk about. Okay, so let's, do I lift these? How do these go? Oh, is this how it goes? Ah, okay. All right, the moment of truth. People have been talking about how there are weak joints, but it seems like mine should be fine, I think. And the waist, there we go. We officially have the waist done. So if you want to see this, Shane, there we go. The waist is done. Looks good, huh? Look at them hips. Yeah, they look great. Welcome, Silky Wilkie. Nice to see you again. Told you guys I'd be back right after dinner. Just needed to get some food in my system. Oh, that looks so good. This is how it's supposed to go? Yeah, this is how it's supposed to go. I think, yeah. That was good. Nice. All right. And now we start the long task of building the legs. And I say long, not in a bad way, but actually it's not that long. Okay, let's get this done. Let's strive to get the legs done tonight, so we can have a full kit, or almost a full kit finished up. Oh, it's gonna, yeah. It looks great, man. I think this is the first Master Grade Extreme in Canada, if I'm not mistaken. We were the first to receive the first ever. Actually, we received the first ever real grade Zong when that came out, and then we also got the first ever PGU here in Canada, and in the States as well. So I don't know when this is going to be released, or when it's bound to come in. Do you have a date for when you're supposed to receive yours? D11. Oh, okay. Now I gotta do 2 at a time. Man, this D runner also has really nice gold. It's white gold, I think that's what it's called. End of the month? Yeah, okay, yeah. So the badges are supposed to start coming in, yeah. Nice. G31s. I wanna get the video out and the pictures out before there's an influx of them on the western side. I think that's the tough part about this hobby is trying to get on top of things before anybody else. I think it's a little, I don't want to say unfair, but it's difficult. It's just difficult when people living like in Asia and stuff have access to getting things way before the Western market gets them. It's so tough. It's so tough. Let me take off the bot. There we go. Getting hidden immediately. Right? Yep. Messages have been deleted. Nice. D10. Yep, okay. So you're gonna have it for Christmas time then. It'll be a good kit to build. Actually, I'm still working on it. Painting is done, but just have to do decals and stuff and build the rifle. But the wings overcaught is my new number 3. Hey, that's also a good number 3. That's such a good build. I would have kept it, but I'm more of a RG guy, well, big RG guy. So that's why I told Kevin, I'm like, hey man, like, you know what? I'll trade you. I'll trade you. K1, K1, K13. Let's put this here. What do you like? What do you like specifically about it? Was it the build process? Was it the final product? Like, why is it your new number 3? Because that's you just bumped down new in the talking about this guy. This is the best RG to have ever been created, and it was a tough competition going up against the Zong and going up against the new and Sasabi, but the high new, the heavy. Oh, you talk about the heavy weapon set. I have that too. It's just that my high new is downstairs, and I have the heavy weapon set. Which actually, that was that's a review video we have up. That was sponsored by Gundam Hanger. Jason sponsored that. He's a cool guy. He's such a cool guy. Yeah, and yeah. I know what you're talking about. I think I have the heavy. Give me a sec. Yeah, I have it right here. See, I have it built, and I have my new though set up as a just a normal new downstairs. Yeah, no, it's an awesome expansion. It's an awesome expansion. Really makes the new feel even tougher and bigger and badder. So yeah, man, believe it or not, I've built a lot of kits. Maybe not more than other people, but I've gotten around. I don't have my full collection up on display here in my office because that would require a lot of space. I have some downstairs in my living room. And then I have some in a box because I just have too many. Double fin funnel expansion is pretty cool too. It really is. It really is, yeah. Having those extra funnels always works. I don't have that. What I was able to acquire is the fin funnel like effect parts. So the fin funnels that I do have the little thing. But yeah, no, anything to make the new look even bigger and badder. That's, I mean, it really is a sight to behold. And then of course the high new comes around and just blows it out of the water. And not because all of a sudden the new is a bad kit, the RG new, but it's just because the high new, man, the high new just really came out swinging. And that's good for us because we as the consumers of this win because of the advances that made. I'm just glad that there's still room for making better and better kits by Bandai. Is this how this goes? Like what is going on? The Wing Zero, great build, good part separation. The wings are wicked. The level of surface detail, the transformation doesn't compromise anything. Added gimmicks with the zero system and the rifle holder. Plus the nostalgia factor, can't lie. Hey, it's good to be honest. It's good to be honest. Oh, I see what we're doing here. This will go up here. Yeah, okay, now that makes more sense. Yeah, that's one thing that I did notice about that kit, and it's a good thing you mentioned it because I haven't thought about it, is how it's one of the few kits that doesn't make any compromises because of the transformation. So that's good to I'm glad that you brought that up. That I haven't thought about that in so long. Ooh, does this go all the way in? Yep, it goes all the way in. Okay. All right, so we're gonna put on the metallic stickers again. We have 11. Or 11. There we go. All right, look at that. See, that's nice. It just went in like that. That is pretty sick. That's why I'm so excited for the new Zeta Vercon. I'm excited for that kit as well, man, like I mentioned earlier. I know that people will talk about how the other Zeta was bad and Doesn't the Zeta already have a 1.0 and a 2.0 in Master Grade form? And playing Magic the Gathering. Nice. Like, in real life or like electronically, like the game on mobile and stuff? Because I know there's a mobile game. Derek, who is part of our crew here, is actually a huge Magic the Gathering fan. He has a bunch of decks and stuff like that. So he used to play it a lot in the past. I don't know if he plays it a lot now. But he has a bunch of cards. Yep, and 2 high grades and RGs in the PG. Yeah, I have a PG Zeta that was gifted to me, but already built with the resin part on it, and it was gifted to me by a friend. I have that in the box downstairs as well. I had online, yeah, I guess, yeah. You have them all? God damn, man. Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that. I think the most variants of a kit that I have is there's actually 2 of them. I have the Sotheby's and the new. So I have the baby SD new, the regular SD new, the RG new, the RG high new, and the Master Grade new for Ka. And then I have the same exact things for the Sotheby, but add on top of that the bust. I have the bust of the Sotheby as well. So now I just need a bust for the new. And my wife and I originally, we wanted to buy the Sotheby, the metal build Sotheby, but I have to talk to one of my sponsors in the US about that, because they had told me that they would help me acquire one. So I actually should, thanks for reminding me, I should contact my sponsor soon and ask him if that's still, if I can still take him up on that. Because I want that kit. It's going to be expensive, but if I can get one, man. As you can tell, I'm a huge Sotheby fan and new fan. If there are any other like singular principal suit that I really like, would probably be the Barbatos. Lol, this Vercon wing is my 11th variant that I've built. Of the wing? Oh my god. No way. That's a lot. A lot of variants, man. Fun fact, my first ever kit that I've ever built back in 2019 November was the wing, not the wing zero, just the regular wing TV colors Master Grade that I bought at EV Games with my wife, back when EV Games was a thing, before it became GameStop. That's the kit that started it all. The kit that began the love for this hobby. So yeah. And then like a week later, I bought the Wing Zero original, the Master Grade from 2002, 2003, and stuff like that. So it's a pretty cool kit. So this is where we're at right now with the Nice. A lot of gold. Just a lot. I have the high grades and the RGs and all the MGs as well as the PG from 2000, which sucks. Oh, I've heard the wings on that kit are ass. Aren't they like made out of that like rubbery thing? And it's just bad. I have a friend named Mo who was working on that kit, and he always just talks shit about that kit. He hates that kit. I have a couple clear kits to build. Oh my god, you have so many. Hey, but that's what happens when you start working on this hobby, and you start. Did I do the right one? Yeah, I did. No, these are. Did I do the wrong one? I did do the wrong one. This is not the one that this is asking for. It's asking for eye. What are eyes? Are eyes the blue ones? They are. Ah, here we go. Alright, so never mind. Okay. Rubber feathers, yeah, they are fading yellow after a year and a half already. Ugh. Oh no. I gotta hold this in order for it not to fucking bounce off. I love the wing. I just love it. Hey, it's a great design. It's a great design. And like you said, nostalgia plays a huge part. Plays a huge part in what kits people like and what suits people like. I didn't grow up with wings, so I don't have this connection to it. But I can appreciate a good looking suit. Alright, I gotta hold these down because that's a bad part about smaller pieces, is that they tend to fly out. I don't want my eye poked. Yeah, the rubber feathers and torso sucks. Paint cracked pretty much immediately. Yep. Trying to paint those things is ass. Like it's so bad. I'm just glad they didn't do the whole rubber thing with the new implementation. I think people would have had a breakdown. Same as the Epion. I wish there were more kits for it. We got them immediately. The Epion is the one with the tail, right? And stuff like that. That's another nice kit. It's a nice design. C28. Things is bouncing off the whole time. Kind of sucks. Alright. The backpack on the PG can't even hold the wings. It's trash. I have to lean it in the wall, on the wall. Or lean it into the wall. Ugh. Yeah, like I said, I haven't heard good things about that PG. That's why... Look. Say what you will. Call me a newbie. But I am very, very glad that I got into the hobby at the time that I got into the hobby. So many advances in technology when it comes to the designing and building of the kits that we get to reap the rewards of the past failures of Bandai. And I'm not saying they're not failing sometimes. I'm sure they are. Haven't really build anything where I'm just like, oh my god, dude, what's going on? What were you thinking right now? But yeah, the level of kits that we have today, if it was on a stand, they would break off eventually. Yeah, like I said, I've heard terrible things of that kit. There are not a lot of PGs out there that are worth having, in my opinion. I know that the PGX is one of them. The PG Unleashed, the Astray. Maybe the Astray Kai with the extra swords and shit, because they fixed some things on the from the original PG. I think the Mark II. No, it's the GP. The GP is also one that is worth. So, yeah, definitely hear you. Oh. Okay, give me a sec here. Ah, I see. Strike PG is GOAT. All right, there's a Strike PG. I forgot. They also did the Perfect Strike, right? See, you know what my problem with the Perfect Strike PG is, and I've mentioned this on stream before. I think it was on the stream with It's a Gundam, because I had a stream with It's a Gundam and Crow. We were talking about the PG Strike, and I was telling him that what I didn't like about the PG Strike is that it's too... It feels like a like a Power Ranger to me with all the mismatching colors on the different expansions. I've heard the Mark II holds up for an older PG. Exactly, I've heard that too. I actually just made a metal stand that supports it right on the backpack. No way it's standing on its own. Oh, for sure. The Strike Freedom PG was really good. I have that posted on my top shelf. Yeah, I've heard, like I said, I heard the newer one is really good. Getting a piece that was stuck on my chair. But yeah, I don't know. Something about the mismatching things on that kit, like the colors and everything, just seemed very, very weird to me. I just didn't like it. Don't get me wrong, I've heard great things about it though, so, but still. It's clashy. You like accents of color, not kindergarten color schemes? Yes, I just, like, I'm not saying it's kindergarten, but there's definitely a level to that kit that I didn't enjoy. I did not enjoy seeing it. So what the hell? Again, if you guys liked it though, props to you. Like, that's fine. Everybody's entitled to like what they want. I just personally didn't see a reason for it existing. Oh wait, did I do the wrong one? Ah, I think that's a problem. It's J230. I cut out 31. Okay. Alright, so this is on me. I don't like the colors too, but to see it in person is quite awesome. I'm just talking about the strike as well. Yeah, the strike itself, like without the expansion part, is awesome. I'll give you that right now, like 100%, you're right. But everything else on, because I mean, when you're buying the newer one, you're buying the whole thing, right? Like you're buying the Perfect Strike. And I know that the old one still holds up, but I know, I'm almost sure, correct me if I'm wrong, that didn't the new one correct some problems that the other one had? Right? So guys, this is another mistake I made here. Make sure that when you're doing this to read the instructions correctly, because I just spent like 5-10 minutes there that I shouldn't have spent, and I am definitely rusty when it comes to building kits. I feel really rusty right now. The head sculpt of the PG Strike Freedom was fantastic. It's probably one of the most aesthetically pleasing Gundam heads I've built. Hey, there's nothing cooler than building a nice head on a PG. Or on a kit in general, sorry. I remember building the, I used to see pictures of what is the new Verka. And I always had a problem with the new Verka's face, including in the anime. It just looks like a horse. It looks like that guy from Thor, the yellow guy that Thor fights, like that other Thor-looking Norse god. And then when I built the RG new, I saw how they fixed the head, and that's a good thing. I have the old one with the Ale, also Unicorn PG. Unicorn PG is a good PG as well. Look up what Otaku Builder did with the Perfect Strike. Does it justice? Yep. Otaku Builder is one of my homies. Love that guy. James, he's super cool. And he is one of those. I actually feel bad that when I first started watching his content and before I got to meet him, I always felt like his biggest thing was LEDs, right? And that's, I think a lot of people think that when they think of Otaku Builder, they immediately think of his LEDs. And it wasn't until he started, like, I think people overlook how good of a painter he is, especially when he is someone who works with acrylics only. And then when he did his kit bashing, like for Dead Space, the BB from Titanfall, Metroid Prime, all of that, is when I remember I messaged him and I'm like, dude, you are literally, you're one of those people that are just good at a lot of things. In this case, you know, in the hobby, like you just really, you're not just an LED guy, you're just, you know, you're also a great painter, and then you have this amazing eye for kit bashing that I respect, dude. Oh, 100% Shane, I agree with you. Yeah, it's slightly too long. It's way too long. So it looks like a goddamn horse. I call it a horse face, like Sarah Jessica Parker. And anyway, the point is that the RG New fixed that. So I'm glad that happened. He's one of my biggest inspirations. Hey, if you like him, you should definitely watch the interview that I had with him in season 2. It was with Derek and I, and I think Justin Studio G was on there as well. So listen to Joji. I do not listen to Joji. My sister does though. My sister absolutely loves Joji. My brother went to see him a couple months ago. I think in September or October when Joji went to Texas. So my siblings listen to him. I don't listen to him. I'm a fan of his. Like, I like his music, but I don't listen to him religiously. Though I do miss Filthy Frank. That's the era of YouTube that I grew up in. Oh, you've already seen it? Awesome. Thanks, man. Yeah, he's great. He's one of those people in the hobby that I just have on speed dial. So whenever he puts out a video, I watch it, I put it on the background. I just still listen to the music and watch him paint while I'm doing something else. He's always supported GTS, and you know, we support him, and I hope to meet him one day. I miss Frank and Leafy too. Yeah, I miss that time on YouTube. That's where I got a lot of my humor from, which I don't show too much on camera, right? But he is an inspiration for a lot of the things that I nowadays admire in certain content creators that still have a hint of that early YouTube days. Yeah, back when Leafy, yeah. Should check out the entry grade new Gundam. It's crazy the band that was able to mold the helmet in one piece. I've heard that. In fact, I've been following Pico. I forgot her name. She's a YouTuber, and she like turned the entry grade new Gundam into like fucking real grade level of detail. And what's really cool about her is that she scribes but freehands. So I know what you're talking about, though. I definitely seen that. In fact, let me get some water first, though, because I'm kind of thirsty. By the way, guys, I just want to remind you that we have some new reviews up if you haven't watched them. And if you're in the chat currently, or if you're watching the stream, remember to leave a like. That really helps us out. It would be very much appreciated. The likes, believe it or not, are very helpful. Yeah, they fixed the new Vert Copron long face in the entry grade. It kind of has the old face, but cooler. Okay, so wait. They fixed that with the entry grade, but they also fixed it in the real grade way before, and they also fixed it with the high new. So the long face, I'm pretty sure, is long gone. And let me see. Let me see if I can. Okay, let me see. I forgot her name. It's a PI. I don't know if I have her here. She did an entry grade and she turned it into like a real grade. I had her here. She would come up almost always in the first few parts of my feed. But anyway, I don't know. Cook Day and Frosted Snow too. I wish they posted more. I started airbrushing last year because of them. Cook Day and Sharon, aka Frosted Snow, good friends of mine as well. They're amazing people, dude. They are some of the nicest people I've ever met. I remember when I first reached out to Frosted Snow, it was a little nerve-wracking. I have a lot of respect for her for lots of reasons. I don't want to mention it here on stream. I don't want anything to be misconstrued with how I mention things. But she is like, I miss her content. I understand why they're not putting out so much content as they used to. It's mainly because I'm sure you guys know that she became a mom and Cook Day the dad. But yeah, they are one of the nicest people that I've ever met on here, and I will say that a lot about a lot of people. Like I think I've mentioned it in the past how fortunate I feel I've been in how nice people are in this hobby. I've only had very few encounters with like people that aren't the nicest, and when it comes to Cook Day, Sharon, Seoya Huya, anybody from Team With Us in general, like they're amazing people. So yeah. Any tips on the MGEX strike freedom? Do you enjoy the build process? Tips. I'm gonna give you a tip here. Definitely be careful with following the instructions, and not because anything's gonna break. Not that anything is difficult. It's just that there's been a couple of times where I'm not looking carefully enough at the instructions, so I end up messing up a little bit. But again, it's because of me, right? It's my fault, not because of the instructions. So just pay attention, make sure you're cutting out the right pieces, and putting them where they belong. Another one is when you cut out the pieces, be sure that you're taking extra care and cutting out all the nubs that are left over from undergated pieces, because if you miss one, I mean, you'll notice that you missed one, mainly because when you go put those pieces together, they won't click. They just won't get put. they won't click, so you have to make sure that they're clean. Oh god, guys, I think we're missing. Oh no, we're not. So yeah, those are my tips thus far. Anything else, the build has been very easy. Easy in the sense that there aren't any like parts where you're like, oh, what's gonna happen? It's could this potentially break, or no, none of that. So that's what I can give you. I don't know if that's enough, but that's what I can say when it comes to tips on getting this thing done. So you know what? I think I'm gonna give me a second here. I definitely need a little bit more of those lo-fi beats, because I want to chill. I don't want to have the whole dubstep boom. So yeah, I had to change the music. Yeah, those are my only things. Maybe have a sander near you, some sanding sticks near you if you have one of these glass files. As long as you're good and careful with it, you'll be fine. I know a lot of people are going to say, hey, you're going to scratch up the paint job, but I haven't had that happen. And mainly it's because With the glass file, I feel like it's a lot easier to control when you need to stop filing and you don't over sand something, which is important, especially with this kind of color scheme and metallics. You don't want to scratch that up, right? Like, unless you're one of those people, you're like, you know what? I don't care if I scratch it up. I'm gonna paint it anyway or something, you know? Oh, Samurai Champloo has really good beats. Unfortunately, though, in the world we live in, I can't put any other music that isn't copyright free. Unless I want a copyright strike on my video, and then those 2 cents that I'll make out of it from monetizing the video will get taken from me. So, because I there's other music I'd like to listen to right now that it would probably chill me out, that I'd be listening to if I wasn't on stream, just to build and to relax. So, yeah, I wish one day for us not having to deal with worrying about somebody getting mad or copyright striking or whatever. Copyright striking. Yeah, sucks. I think when we left Twitch, because we used to do everything on Twitch, right? Except for the videos that we uploaded. And I thought I changed everything because I'd rather everything be in one platform. So having our videos on one platform, streams on one platform, to me, it just made more sense. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that once we left, I think like 3 months or 4 months later, Twitch was like, hey, we made a deal and contract with so-and-so and you can use their music. And I'm like, fuck, I wish I could do that right now. Listen to other music. But for the meantime, this will do. Nothing wrong with the stream beats. I don't think I will be painting that kit when I get it. The MGEX Unicorn, however, is getting painted in the near future. And the MGEX Unicorn is a lot easier to think of painting for because of the fact that it's a white kit. There's so much more to do compared to the fact that the selling point for this kit over here is that metallic expression of... I'm trying to figure out how this goes. Give me a second. So yeah, I know a couple of crazy people who painted the unicorn. And I say crazy because to me it's such a scary thought to that's why I was doing it wrong. See? Instructions. You gotta pay attention. The reason I say it's crazy is because having to take that whole thing apart, especially with the LEDs inside, to me it would be a scary process. I mean, obviously it's doable because a bunch of people have done it, but it would be scary for me. Scary. There we go. Ow. Recently I found myself, I spent too much time detailing with display acrylic marker. It's so fun. I like the details on the RG Zong are crazy. Well, the RG Zong is one of the best kits to have ever been made. So good choice on that kit. And 2, yeah, detailing can be fun. I think it's very fun. I'm glad though that you found a way to pass time with the kits after building them. Having fun is the main point. And just the fact that you're detailing them, like just doing whatever to bring a kit to life. Like a lot of people don't do it. A lot of people are scared in the beginning to like panel line, but it's very, like it's one of the best things you could do to a kit. I don't ever take things apart. If I build it out of the box, it's not getting painted. When I get a kit, I always build it. I never cut out the pieces and paint them and then build the kit. I always build the kit and then I take it apart to paint it, or to panel liner or whatever. The reason why is because building the kit and being able to see it in person, hold it, gives you a better idea to how things go, in my opinion, obviously. And one of the things that I realized is that by doing so, I have learned to become more comfortable when building a kit. So putting stress on a certain part, yeah, I'll still be scared, but not as much because I've taken kits apart and put them back together. Like for example, the Dynamis, I've taken and put it back together a bunch of times. So, the Barbatos as well, the RG Sosabe, the any kit really that I've done anything to, I can put back together almost without reading instructions because of how comfortable I've come to be with the kit itself. Are you painting the MGEX? I am not painting this. No. I don't see a reason to paint it when see, like, that's my only, I don't want to say gripe because it's not a gripe. Like, my only observation when it comes to this kit is, like, think about it. A lot of people, most people who buy this kit want to get it because of why Bandai is selling the kit, right? The metallic part of it. There's no other kit out there aside from the PGU that has this level of detail in the frame, with metallic colors, gold, silver, all that, right? So if I get this kit for it to be like this, then I want this, right? If I want to take a Strike Freedom and paint it and change it up a lot, I would then buy the Master Grade, the normal Master Grade 2.0. Does that make sense? It's like, that's why I have such a hard problem with liking, give me a second here. That's why I have such a hard time advocating for kits that are special coding editions. Because unless I'm gonna have that kit on display just like that, and I'm a collector at heart, then there's no use to me because I'm gonna want to paint it, right? I just watch build videos and look stuff up, etc., so I can see how it would be. Everyone else posting those vids does work for me. That's a good way to see it. Hey, I do that a lot too. Whenever I buy a kit or I'm gonna get a new kit, I look up as much information as I can on it. Oh yeah, the MGEX Strike Frame already looked pretty good out of the box. Bandai has come a long way. Yeah, it looks fucking amazing out of the box. Look at this. This is just another level of amazing. Like, so this is for you, Shane, because I know that you were wondering on the legs. This is just, I'm pretty sure this is the thigh, and look at this. Oh, this is the knee. Look at this. Look at this. There's, oh, I love that so much when you have legs that have the joints that are just moving. So this is for you, Shane. I know that you said that tomorrow you'll be at work, so I'm trying to get the legs done so you can see them for yourself. So I hope that does something for you there. I'm gonna open the window here, despite it being like super cold outside, but it's just getting a little stuffy. Give me a second. Gosh, it's so good. It makes me smile. Oh, I understand where you're coming from. It makes me feel so giddy. See, like that has me looking more forward to the kit. Yeah, man. These. All right. Enough talk here. I'm gonna try and get as much as I can done, so that way you can see more of it. Okay. I am very excited. So I'm gonna. How about this? Let's do this. You guys type for a little bit. How about you guys type for a little bit, and I'll turn around and look at the chat in like a couple of minutes. I'm gonna try to get some part done here. Mainly because I am also very excited for this build, and I want to see what it's going to look like at the end of everything. So, I mean, I'll probably still read the chat, TBH. F10. Okay. Getting more hyped. Getting more hyped. Oh. That's weird. Okay, so I guess I'll just cut out all of these. Let's cut all these pieces. How many F pieces we're gonna have to cut out? Not that many, okay. One of my more, I think, things that really excites me when I'm building a kit is knowing that I'm going to be able to take pictures of it when it's done. Now that I have a nice camera and all that, this is going to be, it's going to be fun to sit here and take 100 pictures and pick like a couple of them just so I can post them online. I mean, I know a bunch of other people have already done that, but it's going to be awesome to do it myself here. I still can't get over how good this gold looks. I'm gonna move this a little bit out again. Okay. Thoughts on the Hathaway Flash movie? Speculation about kids coming out for a second entry. So for me, I hope that they come out with the GMs that appear in the movie. When it comes to the Zai or the Z or the Zai or whatever you want to call it, the Penelope, I'll be honest with you. I know you guys are gonna hate me. Maybe I'm not the biggest fan of them. I know that the Rito Gundam, aka the Zai Gundam, is pretty cool, and I've seen it in person. Awesome, but it doesn't really do anything for me. Maybe if it was a master grade, then maybe, right? I'm kidding. I say that because of the comment I was mentioning to you guys, calling me elitist when it comes to the size of kits. Anyway, I watched the movie over at Kevin's house with my wife, and I fell asleep watching the movie. I know it might be sacrilegious to some of you. I haven't been that bored watching an anime movie in so long. I think I woke up midway through the fight at the end, because I think there were only like 10 minutes of fighting. I don't care about the story with Hathaway or whatever. And then you have all the, what's it called? The, give me a second here. I need to see if it's asking me to cut all these. Okay, yeah. Then you have all the fan serving, or this, what's it called, the fan service. Like I remember when we got to the part where he goes into like his hotel room and the girl's coming out of the shower. I didn't get the movie at all. Like I was just so bored. I was like, oh my god. I know it's gonna sound pretty lame or whatever, but I wanted to see the suits beating each other up, right? Like I wanted to see some action. I don't want to sit here and watch this and that and blah, blah, blah. So, in my own humble opinion, that was the most boring movie I've seen in so long. I fell asleep. Remember that Kevin drew not so nice things on my forehead while I was asleep, and I think it's somewhere on the Discord. So there you go. That's what I think. Kits wise, I want to see the GMs because I'm a huge GM fan, so that's what I want to see. Ryan Loud, yo, Jess, so cool your ability. Yo, Ryan, hey man, I've been looking at your Hazel. Is it a Hazel? I think it's a Hazel, right? And it is one of the coolest things I've ever seen. I'm sure that Zach loved it. That is one of the so that was it, right? That was like the secret. That was the secret project. I can finally say that you were working on, because if that was it, awesome, dude. That was amazing. Yeah, that was you. I'm not kidding, man. I really need to go down to Edmonton one of these days and record an episode of you teaching me something, or me being able to look at those kits. I don't know if you have all of the kits you've built and customized in your home. I would love to be able to take some pictures of them and record like a little kind of tour of your work area. That'd be awesome. But yeah, I was flabbergasted by that. Beautiful, beautiful work, man. And yeah, so I am working on the MGEX. Oh, new private dating app. Ooh, that sounds like something I'm not interested in. Building a Master Grade Jesta. Yo. Master Grade Jesta. Mwah. It's beauty. Here's my forever work in progress of my Master Grade Jesta. I extended the torso, changed a lot of things, and then I was trying to do so many things that I just wasn't good at, and so it will forever stay this way to remind me to learn how to walk before I want to learn how to run. So yeah. The MG Jesta is my favorite suit of GMs of all time. I know we talked a lot about the Sniper 2 in our previous stream earlier today, but the Jesta is my favorite GM suit of all time. Yeah, we'll definitely get in touch. There's a bunch of stuff I would love to talk to you about. A lot of stuff that I remember that you and I talked about my current, or back then, the life that I was living with here in Canada and how things were difficult and stuff. But there's great news. I know, I'm pretty sure you've seen my post, but I would love to get in touch with you again, man, soon. Nice gold. I know this thing is sick. And then look at the legs here. I was showing this to Shane, who's in the chat as well. He is really excited for the legs, and I always love when Bandai adds these details of how the joints. Well, you can see. Oh, fuck! Trying to get this. Look at that. The engineering is just amazing. The hands suck. Okay, so the hands on the Jest are actually the same hands that are found on this guy, which are these are the postable 3.0 hands. They're right here. And then, surprisingly, this kit also comes with fixed hands, which I think is freaking awesome. But no, I completely understand where you're coming from, Jose. Thank you for joining in, by the way. When it comes to the hands on the Jesta, they can be pretty frustrating. I personally like them a lot, but I know they're not for everyone. But yeah, I haven't been this excited for a kit, Ryan, in so long, man. I was telling the chat here the past couple of hours that I've been live, and then earlier today, how it's it has I haven't been this excited. This kit, like, I got it yesterday and I was like, all right, time to get this going, you know? Get this working, because it's one of those things. Okay, let's make sure that works well. There's this kind of like, okay. Piston's moving, okay. So, okay, where were we? Yeah, so Shane, that's what I think about. Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, it's been a while, but I'm back. A lot of videos are going up, things are going down, and then I think you and I still have something that we were talking about a couple weeks ago before you went on vacation. So I'll probably hit you up tomorrow or something, maybe get that a little bit more settled, but it'll probably be till January. Wait till Christmas is over, because a lot of people are just gonna be busy, and I'm sure you will as well. But yeah, Shane, like I was saying, that's what I think of Hathaway. And yeah, I've seen some like concept art on those. I think there were Jeggins, and I would love to see him in come to actual life. as a master grade. I don't even care if it's P Bandai at this point. Just get me that design in my hands. Alright, so we're doing pretty well here. C11. Let's go back. Oh, this bronze. Guys, if you guys are coming in, the way that Bandai really molded these and gave it this color is out of this world. Like, just the metallic part. The metallic aspect of this kit. I mean, I know I make fun of Bandai in the sense when they're like, oh, the ultimate expression and blah 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 blah. But I gotta give it to them. They have knocked it out of the park. All right. So, oh, gotta cut out the other ones too. Are most of you guys working on kits right now? I know that Jose said he's working on his MGEX. I know that Shane was working on the Wing Verka. Are you guys just sitting at home, browsing the interwebs? Whatever it is, I appreciate you guys jumping in. Alright, let's see. Is this correct? Yeah, that's correct. Okay. Just making sure that all these parts line up. A lot of undergating, as I mentioned before. When you build this kit yourselves, be sure to clean out all the undergating nubs. They can be a pain when it comes to putting things together. This is how it goes? Yeah, it is. I'm doing this correctly. Okay. The amount of part separation is is crazy. Here we go. Oh, F113 and F213. These bots, man. These bots are relentless. They think I want to go online and find hot singles, apparently. They never get tired, apparently, before. Like, I think I asked earlier, does anybody actually click those links? I mean, something has to happen, right? Like, these bots don't just exist to exist. Somebody out there probably has made some money on these bots, and yeah, I don't know. Terrible. Okay, here we go. G35. Almost there, guys. These legs are... No, we said G. These legs are coming along well. G35. And G36 I'm going to cut out as well. Okay. Probably sounds like a scam. Probably 10-year-olds that don't know better, or old people that don't understand the internet. You know, that's such a sad thing, man. Yeah, look, you know what? I don't care if I say it like that, but some of the people that I absolutely hate are scammers. People who like call you and tell you, you know, there's always that automated message of, we have noticed a suspicious charge on your credit card for a new iPhone 14 for $1,600. Hey Jess, sorry I gotta go now, but so nice to see you building this. Have fun with it. I'm so happy to see you enjoy the process. Band engineering is so mind blowing. Thanks Ryan, I appreciate it. Thanks for jumping in. Say hi to your family for me. You guys have a great night, and I'm sure we'll be talking soon. Take care, man. By the way, Shane, that is the Ryan Lau I was talking to you about. He is definitely go check out his work. He is amazing, man. Take care, and if I don't get the chance to say Merry Christmas, man. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. But anyway, back on the topic of scammers. Those guys that call and they're like, you know, suspicious charge, whatever. And I get those phone calls and I answer the phone. I always answer. And I started answering the phone because of those YouTube channels that, I don't know if you guys have ever watched the YouTube channels that there's like these guys who pick up the phones and they mess with the scammers and make them lose money or whatever, or report them to the authorities. And yeah, it's just one of those things that I answer the phone and then I tell them off. And not like I immediately tell them off. Like I play along for like a couple of seconds and I tell them when they ask me for my name because they need to verify my name or some shit. I always tell them, "Oh, my name is get a job, you absolute lazy," you know. And then they get mad and they start cussing you out apparently, and it's like, okay. But my point on that was that, you know, unfortunately, a lot of those people who do that kind of stuff, they prey on the elders, right? Like older people who are alone, who have, I don't know, their savings or their money and whatever, and they just want to get it. And I think that is such a despicable thing. I don't know how people can do that willingly. And, you know, obviously you can go into conversations about how there are people who legally do it, and I'm sure there are too. Companies that take advantage of the fact that people are older and have a hard time understanding certain things. Yeah. They waste people's time, so you waste theirs. Yep, I waste their fucking time. I'm sure that for those quick seconds that because they answer the phone, right? And I'm like, I heard that there's a suspicious something on my phone and on my credit card, and I don't want that, or my Amazon, and you know, like I don't want to lose my money. And they're like, "Don't worry, sir, we're gonna help you out. Can you please verify your name and address?" And I'm just like, "Yeah, my name is get a fucking job, you absolute," you know. And then that's when they're like, "Oh yeah," and I just, you know, I hang up on them. I absolutely hate those people. Yep. I don't know if that makes me a bad person, but you gotta do it to them, man. You gotta show them they're terrible people. Yeah, my dad was sending money to foreign babes in Africa, plus my college money siphoned away. Aw. And I can't even blame the older people who are falling for these things, right? I mean, how are they supposed to know how these things work nowadays? Like, yeah, anyway, point is, those people are despicable. Obviously the scammers, not the old people. And then online, you know, it happens as well. And yeah, it's just, internet can be a scary place. When I was living in BC, I had a neighbor who was the time in her 90s, and she got scammed out of her life savings, and her family had to come take her out of the house. That is fucked up. Happened when I was really young, so I never really had it. I get it, yeah. Yeah, it was pretty sad. That's terrible, man. I remember the closest I've had to actually not falling for a scammer, but having a scammer affect me, or not even a scammer, a hacker. Someone got into my Amazon account. and they ordered, not Amazon, sorry, my PayPal account, and they actually ordered a Louis Vuitton bag or something, or Gucci bag or something, for like $700 on my card, on my PayPal card, because my PayPal account was linked to my bank card, and so they took a bunch of my money, and I saw that, and I had to call PayPal and have them, you know, help me, and they weren't helping me for like the longest time. I had to actually get my bank involved to get my money back. And I remember that they were like, you know, well, you know, how are we supposed to know this is not really you? Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I literally use this account to pay certain things that I can't pay with my debit card, and not those things, okay, guys. I mean, like, I couldn't use. There were certain services here in Canada that I couldn't pay with the card that I had at the time. So the only way to go about that was to use a PayPal account, and I had to get my bank involved in order to get those $700 back. So it's pretty shitty. What's even worse is that when they went to her house, they found it completely disrepair. The pipes in the bathroom and kitchen had rusted beyond use. So she's living without water however long. She was incapable of taking care of herself and then died a year later in the home her kids put her. Oh, that is so sad, dude. That is so sad. Yeah. Yeah, scammers are terrible people, guys. Don't ever forget that. That's why if they call me to waste my time, I'm sure as hell I'm gonna waste theirs by making them or letting them pretend that I'm actually gonna give them an easy whatever money they want. I never do it. Fucking assholes, dude. I've heard, I had someone, not someone tell me directly, but I read somewhere that why blame them? They're only trying to make a living. And I'm like, bro, are you serious right now? I'll blame them here and I'll blame them tomorrow and I'll blame them again. There's no reason to ever do shady shit like that and mess with other people's life. So yeah, pretty shitty all around. Scammers are terrible. But unfortunately for us, there are people out there who just can't seem to see the wrong in that. A leech is only trying to make a living. Yep. Yeah, that's literally what I should answer those people. Will be like, oh, so then should I just put a leech on you and let it suck your blood out? It's just trying to make a living. It's just trying to survive. Such a dumb point of view. But the reason people say that is because they haven't been affected by it. You know, they haven't been on the receiving end of somebody trying to rob your money or almost robbing your money. You know, it's always people who have never experienced it that say those things. So. Sorry, I'm just making sure that I get all these pieces out correctly. Does this go here? No, this goes over here. Oh. No. Oh, I'm doing it wrong. Good, so this piece goes over here. Nice, okay. Does this fit in nicely here? Here's another example of why we need to get all those. Remember when I mentioned that you have to cut out the, you have to make sure that you get all the undergated nubs out? It's because of these pieces where they're supposed to be flush to a surface. You have that 1 extra millimeter of space that's just getting it up. So give me a second here. I have a theory about augmented reality. Go for it. Let me know. Let me hear. What is your theory on augmented reality? Trying to get this in correctly. Oh, fuck. Oh, there we go. There we go. Nice, 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 nice. There we go. Say you're a musician, right? Okay. I am a musician now in this situation. Next time a scammer calls, just start crying and begging them for help. I try, but I can't fake cry. Sorry, Shane, I didn't see that message. I try, but it's difficult. I can't act. I can act for just a little bit and be like, oh. I think next time I get a call like that, I'm gonna tell them I can't have this happen. Like all my life savings were there. I have to pay college. Like no, I have to pay for my surgery or something. And they'll be like, oh, we'll try to help you. And I'll lead them along. If I had the software to record the calls and stuff, I would post it up somewhere. When we get VR gloves that can give feedback, do you think you can stream a musical performance as a musician? I believe you can. 100% you're going to be able to. It's be dope. I think that's one of the selling points of augmented reality is being able to do things like that eventually. Not that we're close to being able to, but that'd be super cool. All right, more leg stuff, guys, real quick. We got some copper on there. I know it's a little difficult to see because I don't have a lot of light on there, but let's see. Look at that. I think for certain situations you won't know, but well, actually, I don't know. I don't know how that would work out. It could be definitely difficult, but yeah. Ooh, I can already see it. Oh, so excited. G38 and G37. Oh wait, I'm not even done here. I'm not. Wow, that's all I did. All it took, whatever took so long, was the fact that I had to get these undergating cut out. Fuck. Okay, give me a second, guys. I'll speed this along. I think augmented reality and virtual reality have such a huge potential. It's just about executing it correctly. Not like Meta's idea of doing things. I mean, the gloves would move on their own. You'd be playing this piece by musician hands. Ah, okay. I mean, yeah, I mean, I'm sure that's something that could be done. I remember on Shark Tank, Australia, I think, some guy showed some project or product that was like basically that on a phone, and he was able to play like music with I'm gonna move the camera up a little bit just because my arms are just hurting from just being here the whole time, so that way you guys can see. So yeah, definitely could be something. Though I'd rather play music on my own instead of pretending that I'm playing it. But I can see the appeal. Oh, you finished the inner frame? What do you think of it so far? Did you like it? I think it's a nice inner frame. It would be great for learning. Yeah, that you see there, you have a point. I think it'd be great for like teaching people. Yeah, Jose, let me know if you like the inner frame, man. I'm gonna raise this up. I'm gonna try to do things up in the air right now, just so my Look at that. Plus, when you guys build for a long time, like for long periods of time, and you're looking down the whole time, doesn't your neck start hurting a little bit? Maybe it's because I'm not used to it anymore because I haven't built in so long. But it's just something that I've kind of come to realize as I sit here and see this. Gonna move on to the MG Reswell Commander type. Man, you're just flying through kits, huh? That's good. Having the backup build so that way you can kind of refresh. Yes, your neck will strain. Yes, it does, man. I have a massage scheduled for Sunday night, so I called and got it mainly because my neck hurts. Not a lot, but it'd just be nice to get a massage, you know? All right, let's go with the next one. It's G36. G38, I was wrong, G38. G38. Ever seen Atlantis the movie, the animated one? Yeah, of course I did. It's a great movie. I get up and stretch every so often, try to reach the ceiling for up to a minute. All right, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna try to reach up. Give me a sec. I gotta stretch, give me a sec. Oh, you guys gonna see my stomach, my fat stomach, my gut. I'm gonna stretch, I'm just stretching real quick. Try to stay. Especially with your neck. Because I could feel the strain a little bit. I'm just gonna stretch, guys. Just give me 1 sec. It's important to stretch. Even my watch tells me that I need to stand up. It's like, oh, I think it's time for you to stand up. I remember the old guy cracking his whole spine and thought that was crazy to see. You know? Now here I am, old and broken, and when I turn my back, crack all down the center line. Decent looking inner frame, but we really need more. Unicorn era Xeon master grades. Yeah, we do. There's a lot of kits that we need. Yeah, I feel the same way. I'm turning 28 next year, so I can feel time just kicking my ass. You gotta stretch your muscles. I think I should be good there. All right, sitting down. It was real quick to build and sand down. Yeah, it's a quick build. I like that's another kit that I can build. I can build without the manual. It's the Jesta. I know everything about that frame. 27, bro, you young. I am. But I mean, I can feel myself getting older, right? Like, we all grow up. It's not because I'm tired, I just getting some yawning, some oxygen back into my body. I'm like prehistoric at 29, but not quite late Cambrian age. Yeah, no, it's tough. You eventually start realizing that you're getting older. But little things, just little things that you didn't notice before. Only advice I would give my younger self is take care of your body. Damn, I'm 32 and broken as hell right now. Hell yeah, dude. I think if I could go back in time, I mean, I'm doing it now. In fact, on Thursday I have a dentist appointment. But I've been going to the dentist a lot in the past few months. I wish I had taken better care of my teeth back in the day. Not that there's anything wrong with them, but I just wish I didn't have to like have cleanings and doing this. And I think I'm getting a root canal soon, and it's just those things that I wish I would have just listened to my parents more about, you know, like do this. Not that I didn't brush my teeth, just flossing and yeah. Anyway, point is, I get it. There are things I would tell my younger self too. What do you, if you don't mind me asking, Shane, what do you do for work? I know, like, at my job, I'm the head office admin at a company. So I spend a lot of my time on the computer, typing out emails, getting posts, doing this, accounting, blah, blah, blah. I see other people doing construction and those kind of work. And I'm not built for that. I don't think I could do that stuff. Yeah, oral health is extremely important. Like even on Reddit, when people post the question of if you met your 13-year-old self, what would you tell them? And I'd be like, well, take care of your teeth. Just keep taking care of your teeth, no matter what. Find a career that you're gonna like. I was studying to become an engineer, and I finished 3 years, and in the third year I was like, nope, this is not for me, and I quit. I dropped out of college on my third year and my junior year. Didn't like my career. Just didn't like it. I wasted my time there. And not wasted as in bad, as in I was wasting my time, as in I feel like I could have done more for myself, finding something that I thoroughly enjoy. Or maybe not even being scared of like following what I really like, you know, like maybe actually going to the auditioning that I was invited to when I was younger for commercials, and remember that I was invited to do voiceover, getting into music, and actually going into college for music. And I know that a lot of people will say, you know what, but that's not gonna feed you and stuff. But I mean, nowadays I'm not even doing what I studied for college, and I'm doing well. I'm okay, thank God. So yeah, those things, right? All right, we got the joints for the hips done. Now we move on to the feet. Right? Yeah. Okay. I would connect these to the body, but we're gonna place stickers on there, so we're gonna leave those to the side for right now and cut out the feet. The feet. I know I said it with an S as a jokingly manner. All right, G30. All right, here we go. G30. 230, G25. Oh, G25 is over here. Yes, G25. G24. Are there any other, if you guys could go back in time, let's say, like I said earlier, talk to your 13-year-old self. Is there anything specific that you would tell them? Any advice? That wasn't any like invest in crypto or some shit. Like actual advice. I used to do construction and landscaping, prep cook and line cook, catering. Right now I'm in grocery store, lugging produce. It was the only thing I could get during the pandemic, and I just stayed. The pandemic was a dick to people when it came to jobs. The amount of people that lost their jobs, it was crazy. I was looking for a job then, and I couldn't find a job. It was difficult. I mean, fuck, you know? I was looking for a job when people were actually getting laid off from the job. Like, it was such a tough fucking time. I was having too much fun being a goofball at 13. I need to get out of there though. It doesn't make enough money. I understand, man. I'm sure you'll be able to do it. You got this. For me, 13 would be too young for any long-term concepts to stick, really. Okay, then what would be a better... Okay, 16. 16? Or do you want to go like 18? Let's go 18. Let's go 18. Because I think at 18, yeah, sure, you know, a lot of us are still dumb at that age, but... You know, like you mentioned, maybe concepts will stick better. So at 18 years old, at 18, what would you tell yourself at 18? Okay, at 19, let's do 19. At 19 years, no more changing. 19, what would you tell yourself? Nineteen. This is an interesting question. I like this. So I want to hear what you guys have to say. At 19, what would you tell yourself? Invest in Bitcoin and sit on it. No Bitcoin. Okay, I'll accept it. I guess we would all do something like that, right? We would all tell ourselves to invest in Bitcoin and just sit on it until it reaches its peak and then sell and be rich. All kidding aside, I think real life advice. So yeah, real life advice. Write down your ideas in a diary. Okay. Is there a side story to that? Would you like to share, or is that all you want to say? I think real advice, like honestly, and I don't mean to be a downer, I would tell myself to spend more time with my grandpa before he passed away 2 years ago. So if he had invited me at 19 to go to a certain little town just for a Saturday, I would say yes in a heartbeat. 100%. I know it's not real life advice, but that's the first thing that came to my mind is I would immediately just tell my 19-year-old self to spend more time with my grandpa. I miss him so much. So yeah. Seemingly, I was more cerebral at that younger age and I had more creativity. Oh, that makes sense. That's a good idea. Just keep your thoughts, your creativity. Look at it back when you get older. It's a good one. Simple, but understandable. Now I just wish I could read and see what I thought before and reflect. That sounds like, yeah, wow. I didn't think about that. Life is too short to sit toxic relationships. Live for yourself and trust your instincts. For sure. A lot of toxic relationships. Because you never really know until you've gone through the storm of them, right? And then again, you wouldn't tell your past self that if you hadn't experienced it and learned. Which is a big part of life, right? It's learning all these things. That's a good one. Don't be afraid of falling, but don't make stupid decisions. Yeah, that's another good one, man. I mean, if you want to share, go for it. But if you guys don't want to share your stories, that's fine too. You don't have to. Gaining confidence and confidence in oneself and being able to just do certain things without being scared is tough. So I respect that. That's a good one. I've made absolute killer friends during my teens, men who I would consider my brothers. I think I did it at least right. I did that right. That's, yeah. Yeah. Friends and friendships at that age, it can be pretty cool. I think I missed that part of me being younger. I'm happy at least for them to have experience growing up together. For sure. No one cares. Work harder is a big one. Fuck yeah, dude. Oh my god, the amount of times that I, as a person, there are certain things that you believe are important. And looking back, you realize that they really weren't. Certain things in life that just that aren't as important as you would think. Being a slacker and a stoner is fun at the time, but a total waste of time. Yeah. Put that energy into something else, right? Instead of just fucking around. And it's not even like saying that those things are bad. I think one of the things that a lot of us tend to forget or not think about at that time is that, in my case, I learned as I got older, is having control over how much of something, be it, you know, hanging out, playing video games or whatever, like there should always be a limiter, right? Like you should be able to control that, show discipline. So that's a good one. Thanks for sharing that. But back to the topic of work harder, no one cares, work harder. Holy shit, that's such a good one. How many things we think are super important at that time, they really weren't. They really freaking weren't. They really weren't. I remember, like, going back to the topic of like my grandpa, I'm sure he invited me to go out at some point and probably said no. I was too busy playing video games or some shit. And nowadays I sit here and I, you know, I'm happy in my life. I'm a very happy person. But what I would do just to go back and spend just one more time with him and hearing him laugh and stuff would be just absolutely amazing. Getting everything in moderation. Yep. Everything in moderation. Getting high makes you okay with being bored, feel happy, and when you should. Moderation doesn't always work though. Moderation doesn't always work though. It doesn't for me. Moderation is one of those things that you learn eventually with discipline. I'm not saying that I know it. Shit. But I think I've gotten better at it. Certain things, and it's definitely a learning process. You know, it's not a next day kind of deal. No, it takes a while. I'm either an alcoholic or I don't drink at all. I smoke 100 cigarettes a day or none. Damn. Yeah, at least you can admit it, you know? Not admit that you're an alcoholic, I mean, admit that there's that part in you that you should work on, right? Sometimes it's tough for people to accept that about themselves. And sometimes you just gotta sit down and be like, you know what? Fucked up. I know I've done it. I think one thing that I would tell myself is go out more. You know, remember a lot of my time when I was in my early 20s and late teens, I was playing a lot of League of Legends. And at the time I was having fun. But I could have been doing so much more. Could have been having different experiences than just sitting at home playing a video game. And I know maybe right now it's the same, but not really. I'm older, I have a job, I work, I go out with my wife, I have fun. But I feel like I missed out on certain things myself. Stop worrying about things out of your control as well. Oh my god, it's a good one. Certain things you just can't fucking control. There's certain things that I think that's really tough because for me, like there were certain things that I always wanted to control, but I just couldn't control. And having to accept that you can't is both liberating and difficult. Giving up that power that you so desire in certain situations. But you have, at the end of the day, you don't really have anything. There's a lot of friends I wish I spent more time with that I passed away too young time where they invited me out and I said I didn't want to go out with them. Yeah. It's funny how, not funny, it's sad. Or I don't know what it is. It's just something in life that we learn things the hard way, right? We really do. Yeah, I trust me, man. I get you. When I found out my grandpa passed away, I took it really, really hard. I think my wife knows. I was pretty fucking depressed. And even to this day, like obviously I've grown and pushed myself through it. But I definitely still think about that a lot, obviously, because I'm talking about it right now. Thinking about how I should have spent more time with my grandpa. So there are a lot. Oh yes, the transition from fleeting experiences that are vagrant, blindly fun, to realizing the experience that you could have are concurrent with the ones you are not. A solemn one-on-one with someone you hold in high regard is just as valuable. Yep. 100%. Never get over losing people you love, just learn to live with the pain. Yeah. I think it's tough. Like I don't like when it's in those situations, like there's a difference, right? I think in a relationship with like a loved one, like not in a relationship, sorry, like with your girlfriend or boyfriend or whatever, you know, people can say get over it, and that's understandable, right? Like, hey, you'll have to learn to live without them, just like you learn to live without a loved one. But someone who's a family member, like a grandpa or a sibling or something, and something happens like that, it's very tough to tell somebody get over it. I mean, sure, it's something you can't control, but it's like you said, I mean, you can't necessarily just be like, okay, well, I'm okay now. Nope. You're okay now, but deep inside, you're still sad, and it's just something you have to learn to live with. Not necessarily get over it. You have to learn how to coexist with that pain, knowing that that person is no longer there. So yeah, I got that. Sorry for making the stream all sad, guys. I didn't mean to do that. But that's the point of a conversation, you know, seeing where it goes, talking about various topics. Not every single sentence that comes out of a chat in a Gundam life build is going to be about Gundam. We're grown-ups, we can talk about other things. What makes you appreciate is your ability to reflect. Yep. Yeah, sometimes you just have to remember all the memories you have. And just smile that you got to live those memories, you know? What is it? Don't be sad that they're gone, be happy that you lived them or you have them. I forgot how that goes. There's a saying that says something like that, right? I think. My best friend shot himself in the head in 2019. I don't think I will ever get over that. That's tough, man. Sorry to hear that. Yeah, it's a tough thing to go through. I'm sure. My condolences, man. Sorry, I'm trying to put together the foot here to make sure that it's actually correct. Ugh. Yeah, that's tough. I wish I knew what to say, you know.
I'm not saying that you want me to say anything, because you don't. But I do appreciate you sharing that with me. Happy you lived through the same days as them, I suppose. For sure. Those memories will forever be yours. I think that's why, for me, like getting old is not a scary thought, right? Like, you know, everybody gets old. What I don't ever want to happen to me is dementia. I think dementia is just one of those things that I don't know what I would do. You know, can't do anything. There's no cure to that. It's a tough thing, you know. I don't ever want to forget who I am, who my future children are, my wife is, my siblings. Even people who are not my friends anymore, I learned a great deal from them. You learn a lot from everybody you meet. I understand why he did it though. Guy had chronic pain since he was a child and it was getting worse. Multiple surgeries, it just continued. Yeah, that's... Not that they're in bad favor now, but they have their own life. Everybody has their own life. Everybody... At some point, I think everybody understands that, you know, you can't live in the present forever, in the sense that, you know, when you're in college and you're going out with your friends and you're drinking with them and all this and blah blah blah, like those times existed then, right? They don't exist forever. Comes a point where you all grow up and some don't. I mean, some don't, right? Excuse me. You know, sometimes you just grow up. Different things take priority. Be it children, a job, a wife or a husband, significant other. So I get that. It's like that old meme of not a meme, but it's a thing where people talk about how, like, there was a point in your life where you probably logged on to, or like a friend of yours logged on to Xbox for the last time. You didn't know it. Long line of schizophrenia in my family and BPD. My mom is going through it now in her 50s, and my grandma went through it at the same age. Damn, that sucks, dude. That really sucks. Crazy how things are genetic sometimes and just run in the family. One of the biggest reasons I sobered up and started taking way better care of my hair. Yeah, at some point you just have to understand that it's time to wake up. You know? Time to start taking things seriously. For your own good. And speaking of serious things, changing topic real quick here. Here it is. It has the legs all finished up. Look at that. Oh my god. Oh my god. Let's stand this bad boy up. Holy god. I'm sorry, I'm just posting them here. Look at this, guys. Oh, maybe I can move the camera down here for a bit. Oh, let me move the light so you can actually get some light source on it. Look at this guy here. I'll just move it here like that. Oh. Those details. Let me turn this guy around real quick so you guys can take a look at the back side. I hope that gives you guys a closer look at this kit. I'm sure, like I said, there are photos out there already of it. People who've built it way before me. And Japan and other places in Asia. But that's what I have so far for you guys. Real quick, on a lighter note, I was born a mere child. My dad, however, was so chatty, was given to birth a full grown and mature. For sure, dude. I think sometimes we forget what our parents have gone through to get to where they are now, to get us to where we are. Do you guys want to see a size comparison so far? I mean, if you guys already have the strike, I'm sure it's almost the same size. Do you guys want, what do you guys want? Saucer Beaver coffer scale? Just on the frame? Like, we're not done yet, right? Like, there's a backpack, armor. How is the waist? I am moving the waist around. Take it away. They say it's fragile. Oh, wait, maybe it's because of this. Let me hold it up. Let me zoom in. No, the swivel's not loose at all. It's actually pretty strong. So I'll show you guys here. Look at that work of art. I'm just gonna do it a lot. This is a review kit, so if I break it, I break it. It's a magnet waist. It is not a magnet waist. It has this really cool mechanism that has like these pistons that move. Well, it's not pistons. They just kind of slide like this. So whenever you move, they stay in place and they just slide in and out. So you can see that here. I mean, you can't see it because it's underneath the frame itself, but it exists. I don't know if I can. You know what? I don't think we're gonna get much more done today, so I'm gonna call the end of the stream here soon. But for you guys, I will do something. So just give me 1 second here. Bear with me. I gotta move this around. Just give me 1 second, okay? You guys get to see the terrible cable management I have underneath my workbench for a little bit. Give me 1 second. I'm lifting up the what's it called? The tripod legs, because I want to be able to play with it a little bit more and get a better angle for you guys. How does that look? Is that good? You guys are my eyes here, so let me zoom out. That's good, right? Okay. So now we can actually talk about the frame here. I only saw 2 cables. Bandai, how does it capture? How does what capture the magnet? It's just the movement kind of thing. Bandai should do an MGEX of either the Katsuki or stray gold frame Amatsumina with the same gold. They should. You should do a lot of things with this gold. This is the best implementation of gold I've ever seen on the kit. Oh, enhance? You want me to enhance? I'll enhance the waist for you guys. Okay. So, movement of the waist. You see, that's where the pistons would be, right there. I'm gonna move this down a little bit just so you guys can get a little bit more light. And I'll point out. So these here, inside there's these like piston things that move. So it's not like a whole piece. Technically that is made out of various pieces. So I'm guessing that's where the weakness comes from. I don't know what these are for, probably for the armor. But yeah, so there is the, so if I take this out, I'm not gonna pull it out. I'm not gonna intentionally break it. But I'm guessing you can see him here, look. You see it?
Okay, so we have that there. Ooh. And then we have the beautiful legs. The waist area does not. It's made out up of various pieces, to be honest. Yeah. Well, if you guys have the deep pockets, I think the best idea would be to get 2 of these guys, and so you can display one in full armor and the other one in with the frame, because this frame is great. And one of the things I want to mention, I mean, obviously I'll come out with the review, but I'm gonna let you guys know because you guys are here, so I do appreciate that. Seriously, thank you guys for being part of the stream. But nub marks aren't as extensive as I thought they would be with the gold. That was like my main fear, was having a lot of nub marks on the gold. But there aren't. So here's a closer look at the gold. Actually, give me a second here. I gotta get down. Ugh. So I can actually see and from the viewfinder myself here, instead of having to turn to the left. All right, so here we are. Okay, so a lot of detail on these feet. Look at the feet. The feet have this nice little toe bend on the frame. You have different copper, gold, white gold on the legs themselves. The knees, when they open up, have this great movement. Just look at that. All the way straight, all the way bent. No, I don't think there are any open hatch gimmicks, but I don't know yet. I have to build the rest of the kit to get to see any of that. Then when it comes to the head and the upper body, is that good? Yeah, it's good. We have some, I mean, the amount of detail and shininess of this inner frame is fucking great. What do you guys think? Just seeing this kit right now, 1 out of 10, what are you guys giving this kit? So far, just the frame. I used to think that the Barbatos, the Master Grade Barbatos frame was the best frame I've ever seen in my life. But I think this kit has taken that from it. I can say with confidence, I'm a noob, so it's 8 out of 10. Hey, that's good. It leaves room for those 2 points once I put the armor on. But I give this an 8.5 out of 10. Ooh, an 8.5. Yeah, I think with armor it'll look a lot better. Obviously, I personally think that. I've only watched It's a Gundam a few times. Hey, all good. It's a Gundam. He's a friend of mine. Love that guy. Yeah, so I'm just gonna say it. I think that this with the PGU and the Master Grade Barbatos are the best frames I've ever seen on a kit. Some people would make a case for the Mark II and the GP whatever perfect grade, and I'm sure they'd be right, but me personally, having built these right now, it's looking great. If you pre-ordered it, you're getting a hell of a kit, and we're not even done building it yet. So, anyway, I hope that has been good enough for you guys. I will be back tomorrow. I know, Shane, you told me that you will not be here tomorrow because you'll be at work. Oh, I have a siren coming in through. Is the light turn on? No, let me turn it. Just give me a second. All right, it's gone. Yeah, Shane, I know you're not going to be here tomorrow, but I was able to get
the waist and the legs done for you. So hopefully you watch the VODs, and all of you, if you guys could leave a like, that'd be awesome. Remember to leave a like on the video. Remember to watch the rest of our reviews on our channel. And I hope that you guys leave some feedback. With that said, I'm gonna call it a night here. Thank you so much again. This has been super fun. Thank you guys for giving me this beautiful motivational thing, you know? All good, Shane. Yo, Magic Mike, you got in too late, man. I'm done with the stream, dude. It's been 2 hours and 36 minutes. And then I was on for 3 hours and a half earlier. So total today, I streamed for 6 hours. And tomorrow we'll stream the rest of the build. But guys, have a great night. Remember to like and subscribe. This is Master Grade Jess signing off. Until next time, take care.